that I spoke also with 3 women that wanted to rent a house in Belgium that I put online. It's strange that I didn't put the address by the house, and she easily, I didn't put pictures, and she said like, is that this and this, because Ricardo told me about it. So I was like, oh my god. She said, we want to work in the house because we are dancers and we work in a nightclub and we're looking for a house. I said, okay, no, it's not a problem. And now the question is, do I need to get paranoia because police have my email? And I really think that even these girls are with them. I can't even not believe it. I mean, would that really be the case? But it's quite coincident that she knew about the apartment block. Well, I didn't mention any strange. I just said it's in Elizabeth. Elizabeth is very big, you know. It's really creepy. I mean, I'm not a paranoid person. I like to speak with people and be social and trust people. But sometimes I do believe that when people take your phone just without any reason, there must be that there's more on communication. There's more that we don't know about phones and everything that you can do today with it. And she also starts asking me if the owner of that house that I was offering a Jewish was. I said, well, he don't look like Jewish. So it was quite a coincidence that she spoke about Jewish because he's just a Belgian guy. Why would she ask if he's Jewish? So it's quite coincidence because it is that group, Mossad, that is basically having all the power in the world over cables and over the signals and where they can trace people and everything. That is a fact. We know about that. So that's really, for me, yeah, strange. So I don't know if she's gonna react because I told her that I would send her some pictures, but maybe she will not react herself, and then it's not needed anymore to continue. Um, so it's very important for me to have another phone this time with a new email, and I need of course to have also a phone that I keep always in the house, so that in case something happened in the street, no one will have my reserve phone. Would also be a possibility that when I'm in the house, I'm doing actually all my things, and when I'm outside, I'm just communicating with those that are just, you know, like to the normal level of group and just friends or something. When I need to do something important with email or with housing or something, that I leave that phone in the house because, I mean, let's say I work on certain things during the day till 5 o'clock, then I can do that on that phone, and then when I go outside I leave that phone, or I have answered my emails in the morning, I could go in the afternoon where I have done certain activities. Maybe that is better, that I know about the location, and that also I try not to connect my phone with Wi-Fi if I doubt, for example, now that they have my email, that I choose not to connect in Wi-Fi, because the moment I connect to Wi-Fi, they will also know my location. Even my location will be not on. So that will also make it then, you know, to prevent them not standing in my way and harassing or trying to make me afraid. Maybe A, it's important to have another phone, to leave it on a place where you do all the important things. B, in case I keep this phone, that I don't connect it with Wi-Fi. And if I remove this phone and I have another phone instead of it that I use outside, the moment that they can harass me and try to find out about my new email code, that at least I try to prevent myself not being anymore any place on Wi-Fi, but charging my phone with money so that I have always internet and when I need it. Maybe that's also an option. Um, yeah, something else, I suppose. Yeah. Well, still, I believe that it was a good thing that I didn't go to Haarlem, because, you know, in Marbella, when Carl F. Paulus, he told me that, of course, he's a producer in Belgium. He gave me a business card. He was a friend of Que Estes. Que means what in Spanish. Que Estes Portobanos Marbella. Um, and when I was working for Que Estes as a real estater, The owner, a Belgian guy, that also went to the emo real estate exhibition in Antwerp. I went with them, by the way. He knew Carl F. Powers, and he's a producer in films. And one day he said to me, "Well, I have a friend, and you're going to come for the film festival. You can meet Carl F. Powers," because I wanted to go to Cannes. I wanted to go to the film festival. But it's not that I wanted to go to the film festival. I just wanted to go to the Côte d'Azur. I always wanted to see the Provence. I also wanted to see the Côte d'Azur. So, due to the fact that it was in Spain and I wanted to have a breakout, a vacation, I said, well, if you want to go to the Côte d'Azur, the best time to go is during the Cannes Film Festival. Then at least if you want to write about something or whatever, then you have a good reason. So this is what I did. I went to Côte d'Azur during the Cannes Film Festival. And this is the moment that when I came back, he said to me, well, let me introduce you to Carl F. Powers. And he introduced me to him. And Carl, he was a fucking ugly asshole that was living in hotels permanently. We met outside the hotel in a restaurant. And there, the moment that he said to me that when he saw that I was not the type of girl, maybe they think that all girls are the same, but I think easily they will find out that what is going on, that you're a girl that even can live with a penny and eat just dry bread. You don't care so much. Well, other girls maybe do care. And then he said to me like, "Do you know about Marilyn Monroe?" I said, "What?" He said, "I know Marilyn Monroe. She of course was dead in her hotel room." And then he said to me, "Do you know her pictures became even more worth after her death?" I said, "Oh, okay." At that moment, I thought, why would he say that? But now I'm thinking like, these fucking people are fucking dangerous. They just want to kill me in my motherfucking room and send me to the other part of the world because there is basically no heaven for me, for no one. For me, there are only high hills with snow, with wings. And they don't want me to go to that location because they want to continue making everyone sick here and doing all this shit that they're doing. It means they fucking wanted to kill me in this fucking room in Haarlem. They even have a company there that's called Nacho Works. Nacho means mice. Mice is the food of chicken that have wings. I mean, a square, a room of 9 meters. And they wanted to kill me in that room. Not removed the electric installation, putting a cable from another room in my room. They really want to kill me. They really want to do something with my eyes because they know these kind of people. They know that there is no heaven. There's only reincarnation. There's only rebirth. There's only heaven for one person. That is a person. There is nothing. And they want to basically to send me to the other side of the world so that they escape. That is what's waiting for them, their destroyment. Because if they make me not blind, and one day I become again blind, and how I should be, then they will be the one that will be destroyed. They will be at the other side of the world. And the question is, on which side of the world will be then? Well, very strange to say, because I just said to you that these women are mentioning, you know, the guy was Jewish, and I told you about that Israel and the Mossad are the ones that are in charge of all the cables. You cannot say that it's not true. Just like everyone in the world has an iPhone, you cannot say that it's not true. It is true. But I found out that Iran was also behind the cables in my house. That Iran is the one, they are the Shia that all the time propaganding to be against Israel. Then if they're basically in the same group, while the same group is also Mossad, then is it a lie that the Shia are against Israel? Because that's strange, because I know for 100,000,000% sure that the cables in my house were related to also Iran. When I was on my way on LinkedIn, I have found out about one thing that Iran said to me, one of her workers. They said to me that one day when they have conquered Mecca, everyone in Saudi Arabia will be happy. And I said to them, well, why would you think that when Saudi Arabia as a Sunni minority is a Sunni minority, that Sunnis will be happy if a Shia minority suddenly conquer their land? He did not have any answer on that. This is where I concluded that this kind of people are only out of destruction. They do not think about if the Sunnis in Saudi Arabia will accept them or not. Their goal is Mecca. Their goal is the Kaaba. Because the Kaaba is the kubus. The Kaaba is nuclear energy. The Kaaba is the camera. The Kaaba are the wings. And the Kaaba is the belly. It's all about eating. Those who do not reincarnate or reborn are therefore aliens, and they are fallen, and they are dismissed. If the day of resurrection, because there is not a day of resurrection, there is for everyone an individual day of resurrection. But if they make someone not blind that needs to be blind, and therefore no one can have after that his individual day of resurrection and reincarnation, then the law of nature always says that there will be a general day of resurrection. So if the individual day of resurrection is not going how it should go, because people are standing it in the way, then the law of nature, after a while, restores it, and it will become a general day of resurrection, and those who were prevented from coming back will come back, and those who were the cause of not coming back will eventually not come back. So, conclusion is that the person are coming back to this earth that basically are not allowed to come back, because they're the one that are the enemy of this woman that is made not blind while she needs to be blind. So tomorrow, when there's a game changer, those who deserve to come back will come back, and that is really beautiful news. So, business again, we have reading here with a group that has osmotic drugs because it has a color, but the real motive is coming back. The real motive is coming back. That's the real motive. And as I said before, it's not impossible. Even when someone makes you blind, or you're not allowed to be blind, you still can do the right thing. Then you see that it's not impossible. And that, therefore, yes, there's someone to blame, but it doesn't mean that if someone is doing something against you, that you're not able to do the things. Understand? So, they want to come back while they're doing not the right thing. And tomorrow there's gonna be a changer, which is the real light. That is gonna be the game changer. You need to look at her face. You need to look at her face. And if without no reason you hate her face, you are the one that is not gonna come back. It's that easy. Have she done something against you? You hated her face just because you wanted to do the bad thing, because she wanted to be on top? You don't have a reason, therefore you will not come back. It was possible for you to not do it, but you did it. It's that easy, with no reason. And you will see But you will not get a second chance on her. Not. Because even yesterday, when I warned you, you didn't want it. So, in the last minute of the battle, there is no warning. It's that simple. I will not give a warning at the last minute of the battle. Because the last minute of the battle is when the sea rises up so high that you'll say, the fucking sea is a fucking high building, then why the water is not coming into land? Exactly. The water needs to come into land first. But for that you need to do something first. I mean, it's waiting to come into land. For that you need to do something first. And when you see that happening, that is the last minute. And then you cannot say, can we please speak? Because we can't speak. It happened also in Atalaya. When the police, the Guardia Civil came to me and said to me, ¿Puedo hablar contigo? But that is the moment that we weren't able to do this. But they have witnessed it, that it was the last minute. And then went back to the Netherlands. And now we are going through the same process. So the next time, when that again happens, if you want to change the things, then the last minute, you need to bring me back to Atalaya. And I will never go back to Atalaya. No doubt.